Hi there, Rob here. I was asked to discuss Bruce Cockburn's song, How I Spent My Fall Vacation. And that's what I'm going to do. So, I guess we'll start out with first of all, the guitar. It's standard tuning, but drop D. So, low E string taken down 2 half steps to match the D. Okay, first chord is a standard D chord. Second chord is a sort of a modified B minor 7th. You'd ordinarily bar a B minor 7th like this, right there. Now what you're going to do is that index finger, you're just going to lift it off, except for where it contacts the A string, and there you have it. It's kind of pretty, isn't it? And that's followed by a E minor 7th. So, sorry, go back to the B minor 7th structure. That's and then E minor 7th. So that's the verse right there. Really, it's. In between the first and second verse, he sticks with what basically is a G with a, I don't know, with an A. Anyways, that chord is this. Let's see. So. So that's 3rd fret, the high E string, 3rd fret on the B string, 2nd fret on the low E string, and 2nd fret on the A string. And then before he goes into the na-na-nas, there's 2 transitional chords. One of them is, I don't know what it would be called really, but you look at the G string 6th fret and the D string 7th fret. So that sounds like. And then the other transitional chord, that is G string 7th fret, D string 5th fret. So D string 5th fret, G string 7th fret. So with the G, it's. And then, of course, for the na-na-na-nas, you're going right back to the D to the B minor 7th to the E minor 7th, except you're changing the picking pattern. So once again, it's D, modified B minor 7th, E minor 7th. That's the verse. First transition is just the G. And going into the na-na-nas is the G with the 2 transitional chords. Okay, so now to the picking. I can't say too much about this because I'm not going to chart it out. But I can tell you that the bass notes are really important in this song. Just like with a lot of Bruce Cockburn songs, he's got one thing going on with the bass and another thing going on with the rest of his fingers, or 2 things going on with the rest of his fingers, or 4 things going on with the rest of his fingers. Bruce has an extreme degree of independence between his digits, which I guess that just makes it challenging though, right? So what you got to concentrate first of all is the right there. It was just the first 3 chords. Going into the D, you're going bum bum, and then coming into the B minor 7th, you're picking up with your index finger and going up and back down, coming into the chord with your thumb, And going into the E minor 7th, same thing. So. And you're really taking off after two strings predominantly in pairs, with your first and second fingers while all this other stuff is going on. So let's see. Well, it'd be more like, yeah. So it'd be the D and the B string in unison, and then the G and the E string in unison. And I guess at least when I do it, when I do the E minor 7th structure, I'm just doing the G and the B string and the B and the E string in pairs. So all together, real slow. Yeah, that was a bit messy. I've never really tried to do this slowly. So that's that. That's that cycle. That'll get you through all the verses. On the first transition, again, really concentrating the interplay of just the A and the E string really make the G on the transition between verses, and that's. So, yeah. And then going into the na-na-nas, he goes back to the G at first, and then goes into those two transition chords I told you about earlier. So that's. Then I at least change up the picking pattern going into the na-na-na-nas, where I'm really trying to get some of the harmonies in there between the B minor and the E minor 7th. So. don't know really how better to explain that without really picking it apart note by note, and I'm not really about to do that. And hopefully that's enough to get you through it. Good luck with it, and until next time, we'll talk to you later.